Hey, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Eulinger, and I sure do miss you guys. And I have a special book that I want to read today that I usually read every year in first grade because I think that it has such a great message, and it's by one of my favorite authors, Shel Silverstein. When I was little in kindergarten, I remember my kindergarten teacher used to always read us poems by Shel Silverstein. And so I encourage you to check those out because those are some of my favorite poems. But today's story, like I said, is The Giving Tree. So I wanted to read this to you as we start to finish first grade. And I want you to think about, because we know good readers always think as they read, I want you to think about what is the message of this story and what can you learn from it and how can we apply what we learn in our books to our own lives. So here we go. I hope that you can see the illustrations. I'll do my best to try and show them to you. The Giving Tree. By the way, we're in my cozy room. It's a little chilly today. This week has been kind of cold. So I've got my colorful sweater on. I know that you guys recognize this. So get a cozy blanket or something and get ready to enjoy a good book. All right, here we go. Once there was a tree, and she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come. And he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. I wonder if any of you have connections with this. Always remember our secret sign, right? If we have a connection with a story. He would climb up her trunk. I'm sure some of you have connections with that if you like to climb trees. And swing from her branches. Look at it. You can see his feet hanging out. And his shoes on the floor. And eat apples. Little apples. Apple cores throwing from the tree. And they would play hide and go seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. He's laying down there in the shade. Okay, I definitely have connections with that. I love to sleep under a big tree in the grass. And the boy loved the tree very much. It says me and T. T for tree. And the tree was happy. But time went by. He looks a little bit taller. And the boy grew older. Uh-oh. There's another heart. It says M-E and Y-L. Uh-oh. And the tree was often alone. Then, one day the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy." "I'm too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have the money and you will be happy." My question for you, because we know good readers ask questions too, is do you think that that's going to make the boy happy? I don't know. Let's see. And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad, And then one day the boy came back and the tree shook with joy and she said, "Come, boy, come, climb up my tree trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I am too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and I want children, and so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." I feel like I'm noticing a theme here. He's always wanting something. And so, the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. Look at all that, all the branches he cut. And the tree was happy. So even though the tree didn't have any branches or anything left, they were still happy because they knew that giving the branches to the boy would make him happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" Okay, first of all, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think the tree is going to do? Do you think he's going to be able to give him a boat? I mean, he doesn't have any branches left. What do you think? Okay, here we go. "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. He's carrying off the trunk. All that's left is a little heart that says MENT from when he was a boy. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back again. "I am sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone." "My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I am too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I am too tired to climb," said the boy. "I am sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I am sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could. "Well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest." And the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end. Oh, one of my favorite books. So I really want you to think about, what was the message in this story? I feel like there are so many great messages in this book. One thing that I thought of that reminded me of our May character trait is appreciation. Do you feel like the boy, I guess he's right there. Do you feel like the boy really appreciated what he had? It seemed like he was always wanting more. And my question to you about that is say whenever he got those things, do you think that he actually was happy? And then that kind of makes me think of another message about do material things really make us happy? Like a boat or a house or having a lot of money. Do you think that those things really ended up making the boy happy? And then think about the tree. The tree was always so giving, always giving the boy what he wanted. And I think the good message about that is that we know that whenever we do something kind for someone else, that makes us feel good. So that there are definitely good things about giving, right? However, I do think there's a good message as well about you don't ever want to give too much, and that there's nothing wrong with, standing up for yourself as well. So, let's kind of recap all those messages. One, I think, is that we probably need to learn to always be appreciative of what we have and not always think about the things that we don't have and wanting more. And then I think the other key things to remember is, to give in a reasonable amount, and that it's a good thing to give to others, and it makes us feel good in our hearts. But to also be respectful and to not ask for too much and to not give too much. Make sure that, that whoever you're giving to is being respectful of you. So, anyways, good book. I hope that you enjoyed it. I miss you, and I'll see you later. I took my glasses off so I can't see the mouse. Okay, there you go. Bye, guys.